Just leave Prime Minister's questions for a moment, just to go to Norman Smith, who is in the House of Commons. There's a bit of a protest going on. Norman, tell us what's happening.
You can probably hear it behind me. A number of disability protesters who are protesting about the Independent Living Fund. About 10 minutes ago, they rushed towards the members' lobby there where the Commons chamber is, in an effort, it seems, to get into the chamber in the middle of Prime Minister's questions. Now, the police, about 30 or 40 police, closed the door, stopped them from getting in, and they weren't able to get into central lobby, and Prime Minister's questions carried on, seemingly, I think, oblivious to what has been going on here. But I have to say, I've never seen scenes like this before.
You have to have the utmost respect for these people. They are going to be hit the hardest if they get rid of the Independent Living Fund. But are we leaving it up to disabled people to do the work for the whole country? Is that what it's come down to? I guess these people who were at the Commons on Wednesday have finally had enough. We should be storming Downing Street. How many times have I said that? This is the only way we will get our crop of politicians to listen. They are simply not interested in anything we have to say. Next week, there should be 5,000, 10,000, a million people all trying to storm the Houses of Commons at PMQs. What message would that send?
Excuse me, do you mind coming here, sir? You're part of this demonstration.
Yes.
What are you actually protesting about?
Well, basically, they're closing down the ILF, which is the Independent Living Fund. Independent living is vital to the lives of disabled people. Why should it be fragmented down to councillors who can't afford it? We've been told now that some people, rather than getting funding, that they're going to be given incontinence pads and be told to get on with it.
To be given incontinence pants and told to get on with it. Given incontinence pants and told to get on with it. Unbelievable. But don't forget, these are the Tories. We voted them a majority and look what they're doing. How on earth can they tell disabled people to just get incontinence pants and get on with it? What a disgusting bunch we have in charge of us. This planet has gone insane. It's run for and by insane people. The ballot box doesn't work. We've got no chance of voting the Tories out with Labour in such a shambolic mess. We need a third party. That's the only option. Don't look to the likes of Russell Brand. He's now talking about protesting for the police. Once again, taking your eye off the main issue. Come on, people. We've got to do something. This cannot continue. Given incontinence pants and told to just get on with it. Utterly disgusting.
Was this planned in advance? Because suddenly there was a surge towards the Commons chamber.
I don't know. I'm just an individual activist for DPAC, so...
Did you see any of them actually managing to get through? Because the doors seem to be closed pretty quickly.
Typical Tories, slamming the door in the face of the most needy because the Tories do not give a shit about them. As long as they're happy, as long as they don't have to budget, as long as they keep the gravy coming, they do not care and do not want to hear about people who are suffering directly because of their policies. But remember, we voted these fuckers a majority.
Not get through, but I've just witnessed some pretty manhandling of personal assistance for disabled people and disabled themselves, which is shocking.
It is shocking, and the police don't care. The police will do what they're told because they haven't got the mental capacity to see that the Tories, the people they're protecting, are destroying this country. Bollocks to Russell Brand, who says we should protest for the police. That's ridiculous. We need to get out there in numbers, and I am talking millions. And we need to do exactly what these people have done. Fair play to them. They should be given awards for what they've tried to do. But instead, they get hassled, they get pushed, they get shoved by the police that Russell Brand wants you to protest for.
Just talking to that protester there, he said it was not planned in advance. It was just a spontaneous decision that they decided to try and storm Prime Minister's questions. Now, it seems to have calmed down and settled down a bit now, but you heard him there criticising some of the police manhandling of some of the people who've been trying to get through. But as I was saying, perhaps an indication of the sort of difficulties Mr Cameron may face if he does indeed decide to press ahead with clawing back on disability benefits as part of the £12 billion of savings which we know have been penciled in for the budget.
Ian Duncan Smith should be doorstepped everywhere he goes. People should hound this man literally every time he steps out into public, be it out of a shop, a restaurant, out of the Houses of Commons, walking across London, whatever. Wherever this man is, he needs to be hounded. He's an absolute disgrace. I know it's not just him, but he typifies the whole of the Tory attitude. He doesn't care. He's wanted to put cancer patients through the working capabilities assessment. This man is an utter disgrace, and he is destroying this country almost single-handedly with Cameron's backing. He is going to be responsible for riots, because there are riots coming. Whether they want them or not, they keep up like this, there will be riots, there will be deaths on the streets of London because of the cuts the Tories are introducing. But we voted them a majority. What on earth were we thinking?